We've all heard stories of dogs waiting by the door or looking out the window, longing for their owners to return. But are they actually feeling loneliness, or is it something else? Could it be that your dog has a completely different way of handling your absence? Today we're exploring the science, behavior, and different emotions behind what really goes on in your furry friend's mind when you're away. Studies show that dogs feel negative emotions when their owners leave. And this is especially interesting when we think about different breeds and their personalities. For example, poodles, known for being super smart and deeply attached to their owners, might feel stronger negative emotions when left alone compared to other dogs. In fact, dogs can start missing us the moment we walk out the door, and that feeling grows for the first couple of hours. After 2 hours, the sadness plateaus and stays pretty steady until they see us again. At Emory University, animal cognition scientists wanted to dig deeper into what's really going on in a dog's brain. They trained a group of dogs to willingly go into an MRI machine and stay still so they could study their brains and behavior. The scientists presented the dogs with 5 scents: the scent of a familiar and unfamiliar human, the scent of a familiar and unfamiliar dog, and the dog's scent. Interestingly, they discovered that a certain part of the brain linked to pleasure lit up when the dog smelled the familiar human scent. This showed a strong positive connection to that person. But it still leaves us wondering, do dogs truly miss us when we leave? Or do they just miss familiar company? Another study published in Behavioral Processes looked at how dogs behave around people they know at different levels. In one experiment, scientists put dogs in an unfamiliar room with 3 people: their owner, someone they knew, and a stranger. When all 3 people left the room, the dogs waited behind the door their owner had gone through, completely ignoring where the others went. This suggests that dogs really do feel a deeper bond and attachment to their owners, proving that their love and loyalty are real. Scientists have explored whether dogs can actually tell how long their humans have been gone, and if they miss them more the longer they're away. In a 2011 experiment by Swedish researchers, hidden cameras recorded how dogs reacted when left alone for different amounts of time: 30 minutes, 2 hours, and 4 hours. The results were pretty telling. The dogs greeted their owners with much more excitement after being left alone for 2 hours compared to just 30 minutes. Which suggests they can sense the difference in time. But keep in mind that dogs don't experience time the way we do. For them, it's not about counting minutes or hours, but more about how long they feel they've been without you. Whether it's been minutes or hours, your dog's enthusiasm when you return is a true sign of just how much they missed you. In a study from Sweden, researchers video recorded 12 dogs and monitored their heart rates and other vital signs while they were left alone at home. The goal was to see how being alone affected a dog's well-being. The findings were pretty interesting. Most of the time, the dogs were either sleeping or resting, showing that when left alone, dogs aren't really into entertaining themselves with toys. Since they're naturally social creatures, their go-to activities are usually napping or gazing out the window, rather than playing. One curious observation was that the dogs tended to spend most of their alone time near the entrance door, likely waiting for their owners to return. This behavior suggests that dogs might not be as independent as we think. They're actually holding out hope for us to come back. The study also looked at how dogs reacted when their owners finally returned home. The researchers noticed that a dog's heart rate spiked by around 10% when they saw their human walk through the door, an unmistakable sign of excitement. In addition, the dogs shook their bodies more after longer periods of separation. While dogs often shake to adjust their fur after lying down, the researchers suggested that this shaking might also be a sign of relief, like they're letting go of the stress of waiting. Dogs have an incredible ability to remember their owner's scent for life. There are countless stories of dogs instantly recognizing their humans after years apart, simply through smell. Even if they haven't seen someone in ages, just one sniff brings back all the memories of who that person is. A dog's memory is deeply tied to emotions, so they'll recall not just the person, but the feelings they had with them too. When a dog picks up a familiar scent that's connected to happy moments, a specific part of their brain lights up, reminding them of the joy that person brought. So even if your appearance has changed a lot, or time has passed, your dog will still remember your scent, the love you shared, and will greet you with boundless excitement. Their noses might just be the key to their heart and memory, keeping a lifelong bond alive no matter the distance or time. The saying, "dogs have no sense of time," has been debunked. Or at least, it should be more accurately stated as dogs have a limited sense of time. While they don't use clocks like we do, dogs are surprisingly good at keeping track of schedules. Many dog owners swear their pups can sense when they're about to come home, often well before they're in sight. That's because your dog has memorized your routine and knows when to expect you, even if you're a bit late. Whether it's recognizing the sound of your specific car coming down the street, or catching the familiar rumble of a bus that passes by just before you typically arrive, dogs are always on alert. But it's not just sounds that clue them in. Dogs are masters at picking up on environmental cues. Maybe your spouse starts cooking dinner around the time you usually come home, or perhaps the cat gets fed 5 minutes before you walk through the door. These little signals are like a countdown for your dog, telling them, "Get ready, they're almost home." On top of that, an experiment revealed that a dog's incredible sense of smell plays a big role in knowing when you're about to return. When you leave the house, your scent slowly fades, and your dog can track the rate at which it dissipates. Once your scent reaches a certain level, your dog knows it's time for you to come back. Remember, smells exist in time, and dogs experience this in a very literal way. Morning smells different from afternoon, and evening carries its own unique scent. Your dog can actually distinguish between the scents of different times of day, and uses this knowledge to anticipate your return, making their greeting all the more heartwarming. Research shows that dogs process visual information at least 25% faster than we do. While we might enjoy a smooth YouTube video or TV show, your dog sees it as a series of flickering images. This quick processing gives them a unique advantage in reacting to threats in the wild. Imagine your dog living in a constant Matrix-like world, where everything seems to move in slow motion compared to how we see things. But that's not all. Dogs see the world in only shades of blue and yellow, so colors like red, green, and orange are completely invisible to them. However, they make up for it with their ability to see ultraviolet light. Your furry friend can pick up on things you'd never notice. Dogs use UV light to track urine marks, and in the wild, to spot and trail prey. So while we may think we're the sharp-eyed ones, our dogs are truly seeing a hidden world all around them. Dogs are more in tune with our feelings than we often realize. Not only can they recognize and sense our moods, but they're also genuinely affected by them. A study by Italian scientists found that dogs can pick up on their owner's emotional state just by sniffing them. Once they catch that scent, they start to mirror those feelings as if they were their own. So if your pup seems extra cuddly when you're feeling down, it's not just in your head. Your loyal friend is actually responding to your emotions. Whether you're anxious, sad, or stressed, your dog senses it and naturally wants to comfort you by staying close. Their ability to pick up on our vibes and offer support is just another reason why dogs are such amazing companions. They're not just by our side, they're emotionally connected with us in ways we might not even notice. Do dogs really know that we're showing them love when we kiss them? While they don't quite understand kisses as humans do, they quickly associate kisses with positive things like petting, gentle tones, and affection. Over time, your dog might even start enjoying all the good stuff that comes with kisses, like the attention and love from you. However, be careful when it comes to kissing a dog that isn't familiar to you. Getting up close to a dog's face can feel threatening to them, especially if they're not used to that kind of interaction. So while your pup might happily welcome kisses, always be mindful of how new dogs might react. Not every dog interprets that gesture as love, and respecting their comfort zone is important. Understanding your dog's behavior is the first step to strengthening your bond. If you notice any of these signs, use them as an opportunity to improve your relationship. In fact, to learn more about how dogs interpret human behavior, check out this video here to learn more about what dogs may or may not like. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tips on keeping your dog happy. See you in the next video.